Okay, listen up. I'm Uncle Bob, and this is Books I'll Never Read Again. And today, oh boy, today we've got a real stinker, City of Vengeance. Let me tell you, the only vengeance in this book was the vengeance it took on my soul. I read this thing so you don't have to. You're welcome. Let's dig through the garbage.
I mean, have you ever been there? You're reading something, and you just want to grab your own eyes and scream, "What have you done to me?" That's where I am. I'm pretty sure I have grounds for a lawsuit. My brain is filing for damages. This book is supposed to be a thriller. The only thing thrilling was the sweet, sweet release of finishing it.
416 pages. Do you have any idea how long that is? You could build a respectable birdhouse in that time. You could learn a magic trick. You could sit in a dark room and hum. And it would be a more rewarding experience than reading this book. 416 pages. It's an outrage.
And where does this marathon of misery take place? Oh, just Renaissance Florence. You know, only one of the most exciting, chaotic, and brilliant cities in human history. We're talking Michelangelo, the Medici, the whole shebang. And somehow, this author managed to make it sound as exciting as a tax seminar. All I could picture was dust. Just so much dust.
All right, let's talk about our hero. And I use the term hero loosely, very loosely. Really, he's more of a specimen. So put on your lab coats, because we're about to perform an autopsy on this character.
Say hello to Cesare Aldo. He's an officer of the Auto di Spaghettio, what's it called? It doesn't matter. You know what it really means? It means he's the same generic, brooding detective you've seen 1,000 times. He's got a secret past. Ooh, and he's just better than everyone else. Why? Who knows? The book certainly isn't going to tell you.
Look, it's a simple recipe. I got a cousin, also named Aldo, no joke. We all thought he had this dark, mysterious past. Turns out his big secret was that he was just really bad at bocce ball. See? That's a character. This guy? No. They just give him a bad knee that we have to hear about on every other page. He has a bad knee. We get it. Walk it off, pal.
So, our sad, limping hero needs people to talk to, right? Well, what he gets is a whole parade of supporting characters that have the depth and personality of, well, cardboard cutouts.
Just look at this lineup. It's like a checklist of lazy writing. You got your corrupt official. Check. Your noble widow. Check. And a kindly madam named Robustelli. Robustelli? Are you kidding me? That's not a person's name. That's what I order at Olive Garden. Then we get a bunch of women who are either crying, trying to sleep with someone, or being a mom. And don't even get me started on the Jewish characters, who are just awful stereotypes. It's just bad.
Okay, so the characters are a total wash. But maybe, just maybe, the plot is a real nail-biter, right? Nope, not even close. This isn't a plot. It's a long, meandering walk to absolutely nowhere. I am not exaggerating. For a huge chunk of this book, the main character is just walking. He walks across town, he walks down a street, he walks into a building. My God, the walking. His bad knee must have been on fire. My brain was on fire. I stopped caring about the murder mystery and just started praying he'd find a nice bench to sit on.
You know what would have saved this book? A bicycle. Seriously, one bicycle would have cut this thing down by 200 pages. 200 pages of limping.
So after all that walking, all those subplots, all the brooding, what's the big payoff? The big twist? You're gonna love this. The guy who seemed like the bad guy from the very beginning turns out to be the bad guy. Yeah, I know, I had to sit down. The shock was just too much. I've seen more surprising twists in a fortune cookie. So, let's recap. The hero's a dud, the side characters are furniture, and the plot is a nap. So what's left? Oh yeah, the writing. The actual sentences. And let me tell you, that's where the real crime happens. The prose is the murder weapon here.
Look at this garbage. The author writes, "The imposing church of Santa Croce so dominated its surroundings that the eastern quarter of Florence was named after it." You know what that means in English? Big church is big. That's it. We don't need a history lesson on how city planning works. Just tell me what it looks like.
This says it all, right here. It's like the author was afraid of a simple sentence. Every noun has to have 3 adjectives clinging to it like barnacles. It's just exhausting to read.
And when the prose isn't burying you in adjectives, it's burying you in other stuff. This book is weirdly obsessed with bodily fluids. The sex scenes are so awkward, they must have been written by a computer. And then there's this weird, nasty obsession with using homophobic slurs, which the author seems to think is just, historical accuracy. No, pal, it's not accurate. It's just ugly.
Oh, and of course, every chapter has to start with a quote from Machiavelli's The Prince, just so you know that this book is very serious and very smart. Quoting Machiavelli in a book set in Florence is the most basic, entry-level move you can make. It's like going to Naples and discovering pizza. Congratulations, you found the most famous thing. We're all very impressed.
Okay, deep breaths. We've examined all the evidence. We've seen the body. It's time for me to issue my official coroner's report on this book.
For one thing, it is bloated. There's a decent 150-page story in here somewhere, but it's buried under hundreds of pages of fat. Number 2, it is pretentious. It thinks it's so clever with its little history lessons and its Machiavelli quotes. It's not clever. It's just annoying. And finally, the absolute worst sin a thriller can commit, the unforgivable crime. It is just so unbelievably boring. So, in a book called City of Vengeance, what's the real crime? What's the ultimate betrayal? Is it the limp? The walking? The boring plot? No, it's something so much worse. Something so much more insulting. It's that after 416 pages set in Florence, Italy, a story with a madam named after pasta. After all that mud and piss and conspiracy, there wasn't one single recipe for meatballs. Not one. What is the point? What are we doing here? It's a disgrace to Italy, a disgrace to literature. You give me a madam named Robustelli and no meatballs? Forget it, I'm done. I'm out.